on
oh,
like right after library.
You could jump down before.
Yes.
And the old okay.
It used to be a tiny pit.
Cirque on CT Mirage. I'm salivating right now.
So he played yesterday at CT Mirage, and he was a monster.
I've literally had to create ways to win on Mirage because of this guy. Like he is, he's literally incredible on this map.
Yeah.
Like, he's incredible.
Actually, we were talking about resolutions yesterday because Daze went back to his original resolution. He tried the 1280 and didn't really work out for him, so he went back to his old resolution, which was lower. Oh, it's a pistol. I thought it was a knife for some reason. Okay, we'll get back into that later on. We have smokes, but I think CT's been left open. Sometimes you see a Molotov in that bench area, and you can see why. So trying to creep through the smoke, not working out for him. Nafly making a play through the CT spawn area with 2 Ts. They're going to run boost. Okay. Well, there are almost 4 CTs waiting for them. Okay, I thought that maybe it was a run boost, but no, it's just a double peek from a high and low area. There's a pop flash. This is a nice pistol round from Team Liquid so far. And even if they don't get all the kills, the idea is really cool. Eventually, Nitro will go down, fall on his sword. Twist and Steel versus Daps and Fugly. Daps with the kit as per usual, but he won't get very far into the CT, into A, rather. And that's the round.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because you saw NRG opt for a retake setup, but Cirque thought he could maybe get a kill in the gap of that smoke. Didn't, and that makes retaking a lot harder when you lose that connector presence that Cirque would have been able to hold. But he felt there was a gap, so you got to take those opportunities when they're given to you.
I think he definitely had the vision advantage, but it might have been predictable that someone comes through the corner of that smoke. So that's actually one of my favorite like A takes. If you know they're not offing CT, just smoke right side and then push into CT. So I really like executes where you actually guarantee you get a kill or 2 before the bomb goes down, and that leaves one of the choke points open.
So NRG went for pistols, but no Kevlar, which will give them extra money. I want to say that Cirque bought a Deagle as well, so we'll see where that leaves his money. Can we check the money quickly, please? The money? I don't know if he was dropped or no, he bought one himself.
Yeah, I was actually watching yesterday, and they didn't win a single pistol yesterday, right? NRG?
They lost 4 pistols, or 2 pistols.
They might need to work on those.
Can you, though? Can you work on, can you guarantee a pistol?
I don't know.
The age-old question.
Guarantee no, but you can work on them depending on your approach. I think versus Pro may be the most extreme one at the moment, where they're trying. It's almost like they're approaching pistol rounds on their T side as if it's a gun round with the amount of utility they buy, which is a noble quest, but not one which has yielded much success.
I've always thought of pistols as not real CS. I've never thought of pistols the way I think of a normal gun round in CS. And there's been a lot of iterations of my team where I'm like designing strats for a map, like trying to do new stuff, and like someone else can make pistol rounds. Just because they don't play like normal rounds. You don't stick in the right spacings. You don't buy the same things. It's just, it's way different.
Shoot, straight from tap. Ding dong, just like Cirque is doing from CT spawn.
Oh my god.
So I'm curious to see Cirque's money at the beginning of the round. So he's got 2,700. Ideally, you want 3,400 if you want to buy AWP and Kevlar. He's not going to be able to do that, which means M4. And why would you want Cirque, of all people?
Fugly got dropped.
Okay, Fugly drops him an AWP. Okay, here we go. There we go. Because Fugly did have 1,750 in the bank after the round 2 buy.
Good guy, Fugly.
So everyone calm down. That was obviously on purpose, so everything is fine. All is well. Steel with an MP7, fast fire rate on the MP7, looking for these helmetless players, of which there are 4.
They really take care of him. He was just, he knew that the smoke was coming. You know, that's clearly communicated beforehand. And they've done such a great job of setting him up. Whoa.
Hello, Fugly.
That's a nice second kill.
We had a long discussion about Pingu yesterday.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, basically, it started because I asked James what his favorite superhero was.
And they may or may not have said Inspector Gadget.
What?
And then
it's a long story.
Is
Anyway,
that even a superhero?
That's
we'll get into that later. For now,
it's like a budget inventor.
But apparently did a Twitter poll and we found out that Pingu is in fact a superhero.
Pingu definitely is. He's a penguin made of like clay or something, basically. 45 seconds. Ethan has made his way through a ramp, so there should be some reasonable information for NRG. They're almost abandoning the A area. Daps is on short. He can keep an eye on connector. That's the only place they see as a risk at present. Elige slightly too far, showing some booty. Now it's time to twist and Nitro to do as much damage as possible. The grenade behind the pillar. He knows that the CT's there, moving as fast as he can, trying to get more 1 versus 1. So far, so good. 2 more. But Cirque is on AWP and has had enough of this nonsense.
The round is like, you know, brought to you by Fugly basically, because he kills Naflac coming out of Palace and then gets the connector kill as well. So the initial A split is completely destroyed, and it also calls out that aggressive lurk that Nafly tried, so it kind of like shows his cards for the rest of the half. Like, he has to be a lot more careful about coming out of Palace. He can't do it as early anymore. If he got that kill, it'd be much more of a threat, I think.
Cirque trying to find something, but not overextending. An overextension may depend on you as a player and the supports that you have in that situation. So him being in there might not be an overextension, but me being there, maybe it is. Perhaps, perhaps. 4 of the 5 players in mid for Team Liquid. They have 1 lurker, and the CTs don't know if that's A or B. Nafly opening things up. There is the lurker, cleaning out the A site. There is a slow rotation though from Cirque, and in the meantime, Breeze is running distraction in mid by just slaughtering everybody. Molotov comes too late. Cirque has seen another target in Sandwich. Nafly's got the angle. Cirque down to 6 HP now. He's got to be really careful. Needs to back up. He's alone, however. The bomb's rotating towards B. Lots of respect being shown to Cirque. Don't think he heard the jump, but is he smart enough to check the angle? Kind of like 30% checked it.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing out of Liquid right now is they recognize that Ethan's playing retake on A all by himself a lot. And if they put pressure in mid, Naf is willing to walk out and take that 1-on-1. And that's why he walked out Palace the first gun round. You saw him walk out ramp this round. You wouldn't do that if you think there's an opping CT spawn, or they're doubling the A site. This is Liquid getting like a good read as to what NRG likes doing on their CT side and countering it.
Nafly here again. I just noticed his last name is Markovic. It's like almost Ukrainian.
Yeah, I noticed Ethan's last name was Arnold. He has the old 2 first names.
So you could say, hey Arnold to Ethan.
And maybe in Ukraine, Markovic is the first.
Well, Ethan is stuck in a bad place. Managed to delay them for a time, but again, up close when people are rushing into the site. Pretty much doomed. Actually, considering what they have, I wonder what he was going for. Maybe a Palace push. Fugly and Breeze in connector. Twist not shy to peek with the Glock.
So whose job is that, Sean, to recognize that like they're being pretty aggressive at A and that they should have an op in CT for the lurks?
I think it's on Ethan. I think, or do you? I'm sorry. Do you mean CT right now? Like who? Yeah, I think Ethan needs to somehow, like this is a red flag. This guy's coming out solo, no utility every round, taking a fight with me because he knows that I'm alone and I'm playing retake and I have an M4 versus his AK.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the A site has become one of the hardest spots to play, in my opinion, as a CT, because Ts have developed such good ways to take middle and pull the connector guy into middle and pull the window guy towards middle. So you can get, 1-on-3s in the A site a lot, or you can just get mid control for free if a team gives you mid. So you play reactively like that, and you can punish CTs really hard.
What would you see? They do these smokes a lot. What would you say is the idea behind not smoking like standard like jungle and then or jungle cross and stairs?
Just honestly to get more control. It's weird. So if you get the bomb down, those smokes obviously are better to have up. But the initial take, you have to worry about more angles. You could run into a crossfire, obviously, from a guy below stairs, under balk, default. You're more susceptible early in the hit, but once you're out and you get the bomb down, you're in the site, you're much more favored to win that round because post-plant, they're playing deep in connector. They're not on the stairs. They're not going to get that early pick. Mm-hmm. You can potentially push jungle if you molly behind the jungle smoke, which is what they did. So
Where
yeah,
are
it
they
gives
throwing
you a lot
the
more freedom.
Where are they throwing the connector smoke from? Because that's like inside connector. It's not like the one from top mid where it goes outside connector.
No, you can throw it from A ramp as well.
Yeah, you can throw it from right where Nitro's standing, actually. You
Okay.
aim at the cross on the wall. That thing, yeah.
Yeah, there it
the
is.
little antenna cross.
Alrighty. So it looks like it might be a similar run. Yes. Oh, it is outside. Okay, fair enough. So it was, I think last time it was inside. Anyway, I'll check it on the demo. Enough about that. 6-1 and NRG. Could this be a 5-man save? Perhaps not.
Yeah, you can see they're just attacking the A side a lot. Again, they're just expecting retake setups.
Breeze heard some footsteps, and there is the punish. Great aim from Breeze. Pop flash in case anybody's trying to trade, looking for info, and indeed he's right, Elijah is. So he will slow down his advance now because the threat, his presence in itself is a threat. Peaks on the high ground, really smart stuff from Breeze, and there's no answer from Liquid so far. Only Nafly remains, and at this point, does he even fight? It maybe if there's money, he tries to take some players out just to make it expensive for the CTs, but the round is most certainly lost. There goes Breeze. Nafly tries to move fast. He'll continue to peek him, actually. And collect some AKs.
I think they've done I like that they did the A hit again. I think they have NRG conditioned into thinking they're going to go like mid-control early on, and that last round was an eco round, so they could think that, all right, they did the A hit last round. Number one, they unlikely to do it again. Number two, they like to go mid versus, we know, versus our rifles, at least for the first, 20, 30 seconds. So they're able to take the site. But the retake was played really well. Breeze was so patient and knew that because they've done that over and over again, they're going to have the whole site to themselves, that he had to wait really far back, and someone would probably push into him.
So something I still see Liquid doing, and maybe someone can tell them once I say this, but they still have their A lurker throwing the top mid smoke, which is good because it's hard for that guy to use his smoke, but it makes him very susceptible to palace pushes. So whenever we would play a Liquid on Mirage, I knew that that guy would always throw that top mid smoke, and it'd be really easy to just beat him to palace, just be waiting for him, or just keep palace control the entire round, and you get so much more control by having a CT in palace. So that's definitely a hole in their T-side setup, but I highly doubt it's something NRG even takes advantage of. Clearly, they're not aware of it in this match, but it's something to look out for in the future.
Hashtag habits. That's what analysts are good for. It's an analyst for teams. So Sean Gez, you're a beast. 43 seconds and nobody's been taken up yet. Fresh smokes down in the middle area. Again, 4 people in mid for Liquid. Maybe expecting many CTs in response from NRG. Cirque forced out of the ladder room, taken up by Twist on the bricks. Good to stand on the bricks to see into connector. Fugly waiting, and that's the bomb. The bomb on its own. It can be rescued, though. 20 seconds, but it's not going to be easy. Fugly taking the 1 versus 1s and winning every single one, leaving Nafly alone. The plan has gone down the pan.
Fugly's looking real impressive right now.
Wow, he hit the first bullet on those three guys, I think.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Questionable ring the bomb in there.
This might not have happened.
I don't think he realized he had it.
Yeah, that couldn't be.
You don't make that play realizing you have the bomb.
Yeah, and that's a brutal mistake for Liquid because now they're on pistols.
That's when you got to start going CSI to figure out who gave you the bomb.
Yeah. Blame game initiated.
It's insane at this point in CS. It feels like the bomb is just thrown on the floor at the beginning of every round, regardless of where anyone's going.
That makes me so mad.
It's just crazy. It always ends up on me, which is fine for me. I don't care. Twist. Trying to do anything. Oh, some peppering of Cirque. But there will be no stake for Twist.
Just on a side note, we did see another HE blow up millimeters from a model without doing a single point of damage.
Did they turned the corner already?
It was not yet. My inner 1.6 is just triggered.
Oh, it's still shit, yeah.
Cat, window, top mid. So yeah, and these are
but
the
they're
smokes
not
I was
doing
talking
ace
about. You
flip.
throw these smokes, you bring everyone into mid, now you just scrim out A.
Oh my
and
god,
you get a 1-on-4.
The smoke doesn't even push their cat guy off. Why did Nitro smoke land there, like, not deeper?
I actually didn't see where it landed.
Sir could peek off the side of cat and see all the way to top mid.
How do they get the bomb down now?
They could. They should have a smoke or two. Oh, they don't.
Oh my god, they use all their smokes. They don't have that means they like. Well, they need someone to hold. Are they watching it?
I think they put the smoke on the balcony because of their respect for Cirque. When they came out of the palace. Sorry, in front of the palace balcony, whatever that thing is, platform rather. Oh, Breeze! Made a mistake. That's giving him an advantage. Yeah, Lee just slithered away like a snake through a vent. Cirque taken out as well. Looking for a flanker top mid, but he was completely exposed to the A site, and this retake from NRG is not what it needed to be. Daps wondering if he's safe. Oh, he might be now, or maybe not. Steel will finish him off. So, I mean, that didn't work out quite well for NRG.
I mean, I don't even think that was that good of a round from Liquid, just because like NRG were smart. They saved like most of their mollies. If they had 5v5 with the bomb down, they had like a good chance there. But then Liquid set up after the plant, you know, to get their kills, which was really important. Like they didn't run back to A ramp in Palace and just sat and held. They would have lost that way. But I feel like the retake was actually, you know, it was a really good position I think for NRG with all the mollies they had left over.
Hello. That's a lovely grenade from Fugly.
And this is the first time you see NRG adapting and playing an op at A. But Liquid realizes it's probably about the time they adapt. Let's take mid control. Their lurker at B is... Their lurker's at B, so it kind of suggests that they're going to end this round at B. But they're now all 5 in mid, so they could just as easily go up connector to A.
Pop flash into ladder room. Is the trade there? It isn't. That's the AWP moving in as well. And that's taken by Breeze. So an expensive round for Liquid. NRG had good money to rebuy, and if they can survive in the numbers, that would be fantastic for them. Ladder room will be where Breeze gets another kill. Looking for an 8 in this round. And he's holding an angle towards top mid, so he might miss Twist for the time being. Spotted now by his opponent. I'm sure Breeze will be hungry for this ace. He wants them highlights. He's got Daps for support as well. But no, he's keeping an honest angle. He's tagged, so... Ooh, nasty burst there from Twist. And now we've got game on. Although the bomb is top mid, he's got 30 seconds. Just waiting, hoping somebody peeks him. And Daps has to be careful here because Ethan's not in a position to trade frag. He's going to choose to rotate. Wonder if there is knowledge of the bomb's position. 18 seconds now. Where does he even run at this point? Towards short? Ooh.
Yeah, this is an L. There's no way.
There's no free plant you can have on A site, so...
Still hurts that they lost 3 players right there. So it was good by Twist to still damage their economy enough. So if Liquid wins this round, pretty sure NRG would be broke.
Yeah, and they have to eco as well, so that helps. That'll help out NRG's economy even more.
Oh, Liquid actually, yeah. I didn't realize Liquid was broke.
That's actually kind of surprising.
A pistol split of the A site. This time they make sure the bomb's in the right hands. Daps looking towards the connector position, but nobody... Oh no, somebody does have jungle from CT Spawn. A quick burst from Daps. And Twist gets taken out. So far, so good. I like the approach from Fugly as well. Seems they are prepared for this type of round from Team Liquid. And they will minimize the risk again. It's going to be really hard for Liquid to grab a gun in this situation. One player in sandwich, but it seems clear that there won't be an A rush from the ramp. Feet spotted. If they continue slow, they may get cut to pieces. And now there might be the triangle of doom. Indeed, there will be between jungle, CT, and sandwich. Another round in the bag for NRG. Cirque back on the AWP. Liquid, they can buy, but they might not have so many grenades. See Twist, AK, smoke and a flash. That's about it.
Yeah, I actually love how Liquid has approached this half because they've given Cirque no opportunity so far with these A hits. And then finally when they adapt, they go out A. This might be the only time he gets a decent fight. Nope.
Is that 5 smokes in mid?
Wow.
Bomb leading first, getting taken down. Cirque, a problem. Elise went for a Galil so he could get more grenades, but none of it will do him any justice. Breeze gets sent off the diving board. Now we've got a 3 versus 2. Bomb still stuck in connector. Cirque still fast with the AWP. That leaves Nitro alone versus Cirque and Daps. Just picked off Fugly so they know where he is. Cirque rattling off some shots. And dead. 3 kills for Cirque. Moving into the last round of the first half. And the money for Liquid sucks.
Even on that round, they tried to rush him in connector and the flash popped right in his face. I mean, if the guy came through the smoke just after that flash, you know, Cirque might not have been able to take a shot. Who knows what would happen? So clearly, like, they put a hit out on him.
This time, Liquid are focused on a straight A, so there will be a fast rotation for the CTs. Will Cirque creep through the smoke again? Will there be a molly next to the smoke? Is there even the money for it? Apparently there is. There's a molly by the bench. Ethan we're good for the 1 kill. Cirque taking pot shots, looking for someone in Palace. Almost connecting. Maybe he did, I'm not even sure. Bomb is planted. 4 versus 3 retake. There's another smoke for Liquid. They can replenish one of these smokes. Breeze on the flank, twist with a Mac 10. Just see his model holding it sideways, looks so weird. 3 on 3, all 3 CTs in CT. And the bomb is planted inverse of default, I think, so it's not good times for these CTs. Twist rattling off, 12 HP, he'll fight till he dies. Just killing everybody, why not?
12 HP.
Here comes the bullets raining in. Daps doesn't have so much time.
Twist is such an insane talent, man.
I can't believe he just walking peak Breeze with a Mac 10 and 12 HP
Yeah.
and like, triple dinked him.
How did he end that round with a 3K with 12 HP? That's crazy.
They're gonna make a movie about this kid.
He is a beast. Oh, I was going to say earlier, Cirque is, I forget how old he is, he's very young, but he plays
16, I think.
I think he plays 1 or 2, 4, 7, 6, 8 back bars, which doesn't surprise me. I expect it. Launders thought he would play native because he's young, but I feel like AWPers who
Are good?
are good and playing in pro scene more likely to play 4x3 or stretch or something like that. Pistol rounds once again, and this time it's a take of the jungle position. Oh, Breeze, dude. Breeze, Breeze, Breeze. He was
He
so
wanted
close.
that so bad.
Yeah. Breeze loving life. 2 left. But look at the discipline. He's not like, oh, let me frag, let me frag. He's playing for the team at all times.
Breeze has always been disciplined and
Yeah.
really good.
He's incredible. This NRG roster is just stacked with talent.
Stacked, yeah.
And then there's Twist. Make some bonus money. Keep his Kevlar up, he's lucky. Oh, he's got no bullets left. The ding! No, I love our custom HUD. Because
Yeah,
it's the
it looks
best.
nice.
But the only issue with custom HUDs is, well, the only issue for me with a good custom HUD as a commentator is that it's hard to find where the bullets are. Because you almost, like how many bullets are left, because you almost never look at it. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, I can see where it is. But, like, my mind always goes to the bottom right corner. So I never... Because normally I would keep an eye on that and see how many bullets they have. But that's one thing that I lose track of.
True.
During commentating, I'll say that much. Wasn't a criticism.
It's right there,
People
James.
looking at me. Shut up, you. You were late. Team Liquid with the pistols. And Nafly with the Kevlar. No grenades, no funky shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Rotates already out. This is not going to be a free eco.
This could get messy. Got initial bait.
Nitro desperately reloading the gun. 2 pistoling players left. Oh my god, he is so good. It's ridiculous. Ethan, where is the other player? I think he knows now. He has a smoke, but he wishes it was a HE or a Molotov. Here's the reload. That gives him some position away. Sees the shadow as well. Just needs a fatal shot, but they manage to double peek, and the stack wins. The stack will prevail.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Daps is a little triggered that they lost that round, considering they were up in the 3-on-2.
Oh.
But he has no idea right now how Breezy died. That was pretty filthy.
Nitro has full control of his mouse. Full control. That shot on short was marvelous.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example of like how to win an eco round with a bait setup. Is you want to have someone being first contact and living if you have someone on a box like that. And that spot in the back of the site that we initially, I don't know who it was that was baiting for Nitro, but that was like a perfect bait right there.
That smoke Daps was going to throw, I'll tell you about later, as we managed to get into a 3-on-3, including an M4 onto Fugly. Is there a second weapon though? Yes, there is, and it's on Breeze. So now the bomb get planted while the Molotov is down. Ways nice if somebody stays in apartment. 2 at the moment on the high ground for the T side. And they wait. Elise coming in from a short position looking, but he can't find anybody just yet. Oh, surely he saw Breeze poking out there. Or maybe not, and now he's one of 2 players remaining. Oh boy, the odds suddenly changed, and they change back, or do they? It's Twist, he's the last man. He doesn't have a kit, but surely there's one on the site. These players hiding for dear life. If he looks in the window now, he'll see some Fugly, and he will make a run for it. It's too late.
That's unbelievable. Oh, they got everything lined up for them.
Yeah,
That's very
cool. Crazy.
Yeah. Everyone dinked as well.
So Daps was going to throw a smoke grenade, which you'll often see Guardian throw. He used to throw it on Na'Vi, also throws it on FaZe, which goes, it basically smokes off the short position. And I think it's cool if you, because what you can do, depending on the evidence you've shown before, is try to pull a CT through the smoke into mid to isolate one player on the B bomb site. But I think you need to do it over multiple rounds in the course of a game for it to be as effective as it could be. So you offer the smoke with some evidence to one thing and then do it to the contrary in another round.
Like a smoke in front of the ladder room, or?
Yeah. So, well, between ladder room and site, if you will. Like,
yeah,
on the corner.
To the left of Get Right. To the corner.
Right, okay.
Breeze taking the nat fly position. Close, but not close enough, especially when Nitro is in tow. His aiming is pretty on point at the moment.
This is going to turn into economic chicken. They're trading the rounds back, and it's fierce eco rounds though.
Oof, they're gonna head into the stack again. Actually, nope.
Elijah's making his way into the back of B. But they have Steel deep in apps, which is maybe because they didn't really have eyes in mid. And they thought maybe they'd walk up B from Cats. Either way, it is the A site. Elijah with a FAMAS, French gun. Cheeky plant manages to land. Gun will be collected by Steel. 1 versus 3. Ethan and Circa are heavily tagged here. Just misses the flank. So maybe he can do some damage. He is susceptible to the double peek from Ramp and Palace. That's a nice shot on Fugly, but there's an argument to save this weapon. This is a lot of money he's carrying, and it seems he will opt to do that. So NRG will take the lead. Still with the Pingu logos. After our Pingu discussion, they all changed to Pingu logos, as you can see there, which is pretty awesome. Nice to see people are tuned in as well. I know Daps watches as he's always watched a lot of our shows, which is cool. I remember back in the Face It League, Shocks once told us like, "Oh man, I watch all of your broadcasts, even the North American ones." He used to just watch all of our shows. Yeah. That was really cool. Good luck to him.
Is Ethan's name like a shout out to ECS, or does he just have CS at the end of his name?
I think it is.
I think
it's an ECS thing.
Because it is just CS on the end, but I think that's convenient.
Yeah, it's way too convenient. Right? It's not, can't be just a coincidence.
But that's next level now. He has a backwards name with ECS. So he has a forwards word in a backwards word.
Yeah, forwards acronym.
My mind is exploding. How do I even pronounce that? Ethan Starcroft. So let's see. Steele's bought some Kevlar with his M4, which is interesting. Do you put him in a forward position, or do you put him in a medium position where he has the option to try and save it should things go awry? Is it worth buying the armor if you're going to put him in that position? Many questions to be answered by the Liquid team. And now that NRG have taken the B bomb site, I think Nitro is trying to punish the reload there, then Liquid can play for exit frags and also use themselves as early warning systems for Steel. Never mind, he's dead.
How much money do Liquid have right now? Oh, he hit the money button.
Boom.
Damn, that's crazy. You can do that? That was so sick.
Yeah, man. Welcome to ECS. And face it.
Okay, so no op money this round, but they definitely are buying, right? No op money? Yeah. How do you like to play your CT rounds without ops?
It's doable on Mirage. I think you could nest up in the A sites, to be honest, for like 3 people. You could honestly play aggressive mid. There's so many options, honestly. There's so many options to get aggressive on Mirage. Underpass pushes, palace pushes, ramp pushes.
So would you consider that like would you have the same mindset that it's kind of a disadvantage and you should look for information?
I don't think so, because I mean, I think even old SK proved with Phelps and Fur that you can just have 2 rifles in mid and do a pretty good job of holding it. So you don't need an op in mid.
Transfer, running out of bullets, but there are too many T's, leaving Twist alone. Look at the tags on these players. Does he go for it? Because he probably has a fantastic highlight reel if he does. Hard to see through the flames, especially when you've got a sniper rifle, but he's got the M4. And the smoke into the molly. It will pop immediately.
Twist in these situations has been fantastic for 1 or 2. And it would just be tragic for Liquid to not get these kills on these like extremely low players. But they're all obviously going to do a really good job of hiding here, so it doesn't look like it's going to be simple. They're leaving the site quite early. Does he have a kit?
No.
Oh.
So, I guess the team could call. They all know that they've headshot someone. So they can all call, yeah, I've dinked this guy, I've dinked this guy, I've dinked this guy. So they probably...
I always just tell everyone everyone's 1 HP, so they're confident when they peek.
I love it when you say when someone's like 1 HP and you like get a pistol out and she's like, I did 26! You know? So what are you doing? What are you talking about? It's the worst thing ever.
I'll queue up.
12-9, and Liquid are struggling on their CT side. Everybody's invested in CZ's Kevlar at the very least, apart from Nitro, no Kevlar for him. He's a sniper player when requested for Team Liquid.
Yeah, it almost feels like Liquid needs to do a lot of economic damage this round, or it's kind of... The slope is definitely getting slippery, James. I will say that. Like, the economic battle is...
That's a Gearsism right there.
You a slopey human being?
A slopery.
Slopery. Well, it's alright. Alright for the T side so far, but they need to close it strong. Bomb hasn't been planted just yet. Steel making his way through. Almost a triple. Almost. And here comes the M4. Could have gone either way, but this time it will be Twist getting wrecked by Breeze. Mano a mano.
This is technically their best buy of the half because they get the op at least. So they're going to have full nades and the op. It is a new lease on life, I think, for them. They could still lose, of course. Well, if you're NRG and you know that they do have like another really good buy, or you said...
I feel like this is around Liquid does something a little bit aggressive. They have to switch up the pace a little bit. Like what they normally are doing isn't working. And yeah, it looks like they're going to fight for mid. NRG should be aware of this, though.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing all like the really passive flashes.
That was actually a really poor jump out mid.
Twist just cleaned them up. Maybe the traces were enough. God damn, this is quite an exhibition, isn't it?
Yeah.
It must be said. This is quite an exhibition, but the bomb, the CTs will, I think they might have a, no, Twist got both those kills through the smoke from CPL, or from the window position. And judging by where the bomb is on the radar, and where Fugly died, I think it was Fugly, no, not Fugly, whoever died there, they probably didn't see the bomb. You see the full rotation from Steel, unless they do know the bomb. Yeah, see, the vision is obscured, it's through the wall, so.
I think it would have been on radar, because it's where they killed the guy who had the bomb. But
Through a smoke, though.
no,
There
oh
was
yeah,
smoke
that's
on
right.
Cat and Twist was in window.
But the guys who killed them at mid had the bomb.
Oh.
Oh wow! What? Wow! It ends like this. I mean, he's still got the round almost in spades. I mean, he's not quite close enough to catch him crossing, is he? Oh, wow, okay. Jeez.
Just moonwalking around. The worst one is when you see that, but the player who spots the other guy takes a shot and like shoots him in the elbow or something and doesn't do enough.
That kills me.
And it's like, oh, awkward.
Yeah, I'd like to know if he knew where the bomb was. He played it like that, or
Oh yeah, he pushed through B. He saw the bomb flank through A, which is, I think it's probably a good, really good play because he's clearing out A as he's doing that.
Yeah.
So he knows he's gonna be like hot on Naf's sail, or what was Naf?
Ethan.
Or Ethan, sorry, yeah, that's what. No, it was Steel. It was Steel, right?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Steel versus
Okay.
Ethan.
Good triggered discipline, though.
Oh wait.
I'm so confused.
It's always crazy also in those situations when you see somebody who's not where your crosshair is and you start shooting before you move your crosshair over and then you follow the beginning of your spray even though you're like not at the beginning of your spray and then you just miss all of your bullets because your spray is ahead of your crosshair, if you know what I mean.
You start shooting before you're done aiming.
Like some people they'll start shooting, like they see somebody to the left and they'll start shooting, they'll hold mouse 1 before they move the mouse onto the player.
Whoa.
So they instantly like lose track of their spray pattern and they just miss everything.
I've never even realized that was a problem. That's interesting.
I used to do it in the past, but I've stopped doing that. I just bad at spraying in general now. With the AK. Difficult buy for Team Liquid. Steel, how many does he get? 2. Lots of information as well, and the bomb, but people are dying all over the place. Shallow graves for both teams. 3 on 3, the bomb needs to be collected from the apps. That's wasting a lot of time, which means the CTs can rotate before this bomb even goes down. Daps has a good look to make sure nobody's in apartments, and he's planting 4 apartments. That is really, really smart, actually. He does have a player in short on Cat as well. So it's also planted for him. But if you plant it there and have a T in apartments, it's a really strong position, but getting back into apartments will be a challenge in itself. 3 versus 2 now. He won't take that challenge. He will die on the site, however, but Twist will pick off Ethan as well. That leaves Breeze alone on the Cat position. Grenades flying in and flying out is Elige, leaving Twist. And Breeze shoulder peeking is just too much flesh. And Liquid will take the rounds.
Don't even think Twist had to even tap that one. Just waited for the shoulder.
Yeah, it's all that retake server he plays.
He does play a lot of
He
retakes.
plays a lot of retakes.
What do you guys think of those servers? I still haven't played one yet.
I think it's really good. I think it's better than DMing. Like, it gets you in the right mindset of the pacing of actual Counter-Strike while getting a lot of engagements similar to a deathmatch.
I was playing on a Californian deathmatch server today, which would force you to play with like 4 spy weapons, like FAMAS and stuff like that sometimes, or pistols sometimes. It's kind of cool, but I will try retakes later on. Some pre-fire from Daps. Nitro goes back into position to try and get some revenge frags or fire, but he gets wrecked. Molotov in a sandwich position. Good attention to detail. None towards the bench this time. Still looking one way, gets taken out. Steel. Sorry, Breeze looking one way. I'm getting mad confused right now. 3 on 3. Fugly has taken control of the CT area. We've got a Legion jungle and Twist on the ramp. 2 T's on the site. And Fugly might be a problem. He can re-emerge if he needs to. Ethan from Shadow makes it scorched earth for a Legion. Twist will be the last to drop. Another round in the bag for NRG.
Yeah, something that was really cool there was how NRG was hyper aggressive towards CT spawn. I think that's honestly something that Cloud9 did really well at the major, and they showcased it to a lot of teams that, you know, it pays to be aggressive post-plant in the A site towards CT spawn. And since that run at the major by them, I've seen tons of teams do it now. It's getting more and more popular.
It's a really sad round for Liquid as well. They had a, you know, Nitro was playing up close A ramp and then, you know, got spammed down. He was kind of, I don't know if he was alone on A, but
yeah, he was alone.
Learn that smoke. If you're at home, there's more to life in Mirage than A with smokes. A with smokes. Learn to smoke connector from top mid. Learn to take map control like we are seeing here from NRG. A pop flag for Breeze and he annihilates all the CTs in this area. They are on a crap buy anyway. But things are going from crap to crapper. Was it like Thomas Crapper or somebody who invented the toilet? I don't know if that's actually true.
did someone tell you that?
I think it's true.
I don't know.
Actually?
I think it might be. Let me have a look. I think somebody whose last name was Crapper invented a toilet.
I feel like I'm getting memed.
Do you know in Robin Hood Men in Tights, it's like this
Thomas
day,
Crapper, yeah.
all toilets shall be named Johns. Because that guy was named John.
I do believe that Thomas Crapper invented a toilet.
Joseph Gady.
15 to 11, and the Caesars out once again. This has been a horrific CT side for Team Liquid. All I remember seeing is pistols and 1M4. Breeze with just casual 180s. Similar smokes to that which we have seen from Liquid in the first half. And Breeze is a sentry who's been sent out. He does not hear Twist burning in the flames. Gets taken down for free. 4 versus 2, and that might be a weapon to collect for what remains of Team Liquid, which isn't much. In fact, it's just Nafly. Looking for the 1 digs, lands it. Daps is low, but that is the round, that is the game and the match. 16 to 11 for